I welcome you all for the today's session derived data types. So in the previous session we know very well about the types of data types. First one is primary, next derived, and third one is user defined data types. So we have already discussed about the primary data types. Now let us know about the derived data types in C. So the derived data types are basically derived out of the fundamental data types. A data type can typically create a new data type but would add various another data in the existing one instead of the previous one. So there are many types here in derived data types which we can derive the derived data types out of the primary data type by adding with extra relationships to the elements that are available with the primitive data types. We use the derived data types to represent multiple values as well as single values in a program. So the C language supports few derived data types like arrays, function, pointers, unions and structures. So first of all we should know what is an array. The array basically refers to a sequence of finite number of data items from the same data type sharing one common name, like we know first in first out, right? Next, function. A function in C refers to a self-contained block of single or multiple statements. It has its own specified name. And next one is pointers. The pointers in C language refer to some special form of variables that one can use for holding other variables' addresses. Unions. Next one is unions. The unions are very similar to the structures, but here the memory that we allocate to the largest data type gets reused for all the other types present in the group. Structures. A collection of various different types of data type items that get stored in a contiguous type of memory allocation is known as structure in C. So these are the types in derived data types, whereas the array is a group of similar elements on or data items of the same type collected in contiguous memory locations. In simple words, we can say that in computer programming, arrays are generally used to organize the same type of data. See, this is the syntax format of arrays like indexes and values. Here you can see the array of integral value as well as the array for character value. So here there are two types of arrays. One is one-dimensional array and another one is multi-dimensional array. One-dimensional array, that is single-dimensional array, which is a kind of linear array. It involves single subscripting. Okay. And next, one-dimensional array is an array involving two subscripts, which is known as a two-dimensional array. They are also known as the array of the array. Two-dimensional arrays is divided into rows and columns and are able to handle the data of the table. Three-dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional array is of different type. It may be 2 or else it may be 3. So the three-dimensional arrays, when we require to create 2 or more tables of the elements to declare the array elements, then in such a situation we use three-dimensional arrays. So the advantages of array, it is a better version of storing the data of the same size and same type. It enables us to collect the number of elements in it. The array has a safer cache positioning that improves performance, and the arrays can represent multiple data items of the same type using a single name. Disadvantages of array is, in an array it is essential to identify the number of elements to be stored. It is a static structure. It means that in an array the memory size is fixed. When it comes to insertion and deletion, it is a bit difficult because the elements are stored separately and the shifting operation is expensive. The main function of array in C, it is easily divided. It can be easily used to divide a C program code into several separate functions. So how we divide with the available code is the main function of C in arrays. So the advantages of using functions in C programming is the functions in the C programming language offer the following advantages, like when we make use of the functions, then we can easily avoid the rewriting of the same code logic time and again multiple times in any program. And the calling of C function here may appear as many numbers of times. So one of the primary achievements of the C function is reusability. So these are all the advantages of using functions. And then basic defined functions, types of functions like user defined functions and library functions. And pointers, in pointers we have types of pointers like null pointer and void pointer and wild pointer. These are the types of pointers, right? Thank you.